What is going on, true to New York sports people? We are here live once again with Lou and Boog on Sportstalk, and we have a very special guest today, Mr. Frankie Montgoras. Mr. Frankie, how are you today, sir?
What's going on?
Not too bad. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Boogie, another week, episode number 17 today, and we have a lot of things to talk about, right? So, but before we get into that, some of you might not know Mr. Franklin Montgoras because he comes on the page from time to time. You might know him for other things that he likes to talk about on Facebook, but we're not going to get into that right now, right?
A little controversial.
A little controversial, but Frankie, give us a little information about yourself. Tell us like your favorite sports teams, what you're about, and then we're going to get right into the gist of it for this week.
Well, if you don't know me, congratulations. You're one of the very lucky individuals. But I am an avid Seattle Mariners fan, diehard. I also root for the Jets, unfortunately. I'm also a Seahawks fan, so, I kind of saved myself there.
A little bit,
yeah, a little bit. They can't win either, though. So that's just a recurring theme. Right. I was a Knicks fan for a while. I don't really watch much of the NBA anymore. And hockey, I don't know the first thing about hockey anymore. But I'm from Bethpage. Right. A lot of people, I think, know me. But if you don't, like I said, you're pretty lucky. And I'm sorry for having to have you endure me for the next hour.
No, that's okay. Listen, Frank, we were happy to have you on the
Mariners
show.
Fan.
Right. Listen, Frankie is very knowledgeable when it comes to, at least I know, baseball. Very passionate Mariners fan. Anything baseball related, I'm sure Frankie knows. So this will be a good this will be a good topic for conversation because we do have a lot of baseball stuff to talk about. And if you don't know hockey like Frankie does, you should check out our show called The Chill on Tuesday nights at 8:00. So please check that out as well. But let's get right into it. Frankie, thank you again for being here with us. Boogie, what's our first topic of discussion today?
Super Bowl predictions, baby.
All right,
so big game arriving up.
All right, so let's get right into it, guys. So the Kansas City Chiefs, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay, like we have Tom Brady, the GOAT, against maybe the future mini GOAT. Who knows? In Patrick Mahomes. And at least that's how I see it. Frankie, since you're the guest, tell me what you think how this game is going to pan out. Don't tell me scores just yet, but tell me what do you expect in the Super Bowl? And also, are you guys just as excited as me to see this Super Bowl halftime show with The Weeknd? I am freaking pumped.
Yeah, I'm a fan of his
halftime show. Yeah, I'm really pumped. So, but anyways, Frankie, tell me what do you think about what do you think is going down?
So I think it's going to be a shootout. Which is actually. I kind of like the Bucs defense. I think their defense has actually stepped up a lot in the playoffs. But I think the Chiefs are just too complete of a team for the Bucs to stop them. I think it's going to be a shootout. I won't give a score, but I actually think the Chiefs pull it out in a close one.
But let me ask you a question. When you say a shootout, what range of points are you talking about?
I'm talking about maybe like 54-ish. 54, between 50 and 60.
Wow, that's a shootout.
Yeah, you see this game could easily go.
What you think, Lou?
So here's the thing with this team, right? Like both teams can both produce offense extremely high, right? We've seen them. Both teams score over 40 points in the season, at least at a couple of points in the year, at least a couple times in the year. This could easily be a 70-point game. You know what I mean? Like as far as like a 35 to a 31 Super Bowl. Or who knows? Listen, there have been predictions that like Boogie and I have even said throughout the year where it was Bucs Saints and the final score was 24-20. So like it could be easily go both ways because both teams' defense during this playoffs has been astronomical, right? I mean, they've been fantastic. So it could easily be a 70-point like 38-35 game, or easily be an 18-15 game, but it's against Tom Brady, right? And it's against Patrick Mahomes. And look at the offense juggernauts that they both have, right? I mean, you have on the Chiefs alone, you have Kelsey, you have Hill, you have Williams, who's been crazy, and then their second and third wide receivers in Robinson and Watkins is finally coming back for the Super Bowl. And then you go to the Bucs side, and you have...
Don't forget Hardman.
Right, and you have Hardman, too. And Le'Veon Bell. And and then you go to the Bucs side, and you have Gronk. Right. Well, I know I'm real, right? I can't believe you have James. What's going on, James? And then you go to the Bucs side, and I can name 10 other former All-Star Pro Bowls that have been on this team, and it's just so unpredictable to know.
Who are you thinking though? But who are you thinking?
Oh man, listen. As much as I respect Tom Brady, I think it's Chiefs time. I think it's really hard for me to see the Buccaneers win this game against the Chiefs. Kelsey alone is putting up averaging 40 fantasy points a week.
Let me give my take on it. I also believe the Chiefs are going to win as well, but I don't think this is going to be that high of a shootout, and I'm going to tell you why.
Let me hear it.
First off, let's go back a little bit. We seen Tom Brady, how he faced the Packers defense. Now, the Packers defense is non-existent, and you've seen how bad of a game he played, right? Why did he have that bad of a game? You know what I'm saying? Like, just let's he threw
three interceptions.
So now we're talking about a Chiefs defense that was slept on all regular season, right? And this whole playoffs, that Chiefs defense has arrived up in the clutch. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of the time, they've gotten the stops that they need to get. Now, Tom Brady's another animal. Of course, Tom Brady is great, but he's been struggling. Now, you saw what Tampa Bay defense did. They was all over Adams so that Aaron Rodgers can barely get anything to him, right? So I believe that Tampa Bay is going to be flooding Kelsey. I think Kelsey's not really going to have that great of a game, to be honest with you. I think that they're going to have Mahomes defeat them with the other guys, with Hill and stuff like that, or maybe one of the running backs, like doing dump running backs and then do fake plays. I think it's going to be a completely different ball game, and I think this is going to be a very exciting Super Bowl. I don't think it's going to be a shootout. I think the defense is going to play a mark in this game, and I think, like I said, Pat Mahomes is finally going to have that torch passed to him in this game, and it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's one of those Super Bowls. Listen, before last week, I really wanted it to be Packers-Bills, right? Because I wanted somebody new that's name is not Mahomes and not Brady to be in the Super Bowl. And I really like Aaron Rodgers as a player. So I really wanted to see Rodgers go.
But this is storyline. But this is storyline, dog. I
know.
The old GOAT and supposedly the new face of the NFL facing each other. Like, this is amazing. Like, how can you expect anything better than this?
Well, listen, as a Buffalo Bills New York representative, I wanted to see Josh Allen get there, and I wanted to see.
Josh. You're right, Josh.
Right, and I wanted to see Aaron Rodgers get out of the NFC at the NFC Championship. He's been there 6 times now, and he's 1-5 now in the NFC Championship.
I thought the Packers were going to win it.
I really thought so too. I thought they were going to come back.
A lot of us did. Yeah.
Yeah, I really, and then but the nail
you sleep on Tampa Bay's defense. That's the thing. Like, as bad as Tampa Bay has been playing, they're just getting hot at the right time. But their defense has stepped up, and even Fournette stepped up. So it's like guys that weren't playing that well during the season all of a sudden stepped up. You even heard JPP's name being said, and
their defense is great
on that team. You know what I'm saying?
David, Devin White.
But this is what I'm saying. But during the season, nobody was even talking about them. So I believe that they were actually the catalyst to why they're in this place right now. I know Tom Brady is going to get all the glory and the praise, but not for nothing. Like, their defense is the reason why they got there. And I want to say also, in fairness, Pat Mahomes leaned on his defense as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying Pat Mahomes didn't play well, but their Chiefs defense actually stepped up way better than anybody can expect it. So
yeah, but they're still putting up.
I don't think it's going to be a super defensive game, but I don't think it's going to be the shootout that everybody thinks it's going to be.
I think the Chiefs defense is overrated. I really don't. I think they're nothing great. I really don't.
Listen, all season they haven't been great.
I think the Bucs have a way better defense than Kansas City, but the Chiefs just have too many weapons. The Bucs just can't guard it.
That's what Josh said.
You lock up Hill, they'll go to Kelsey. You lock up Kelsey, they'll go to Hardman.
But I really think they're going to try to stop Kelsey. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yo, Richard Steele says it's because of Todd Bowles with the defense on the Bucs.
We got another Jet reference.
Another Jet reference.
There we go.
Listen. If anyone's going to win anything that was a Jet, it's not going to be on the Jets. So I'm happy for Todd Bowles getting to a Super Bowl, but I mean, is that the reason
why?
Well. Le'Veon Bell's?
He has him playing well. I mean, you can't knock what Bowles has done.
No. Listen, I'm not. But is it? Listen, it's really hard for me to to say that Todd Bowles is leading this team to a defense.
No, he's
to a
not
Super
leading
Bowl.
the team.
No, but it's just it's one of those things where it's like you failed as a head coach and you had to regress back to another position. It's not that I'm judging you or saying that you're bad. It's just one of those things. It's like, fuck, man, you couldn't have done that when you were with New York. Like you couldn't have gotten shit together when you were with New York. I know it's a totally different team. I'm just saying in general. It's like one of those things.
Yeah.
So that's all. But no, Boogie, I'm gonna have to disagree with you though, bro. I think this is gonna be a shootout. I really think this is gonna be a shootout. And I'm gonna tell you what. And I'm gonna tell you why, bro.
I respect it.
I really think it's gonna be a pass the baton, old goat to form a new goat.
That's what I think.
And but it's gonna be scoring, bro. It's gonna be.
And the NFL want that. They want that storyline.
It's gonna be a close game, and I think it's gonna arrive to Pat Mahomes making that play. That's what I think. It's gonna go down to Pat Mahomes making that key clutch play to say, "Hey, there's the new Brady right there."
Right.
That's what's going to be.
The new and improved Brady, because I can tell you right now, the way that Patrick Mahomes is going, he's going to have a better stat line than Tom Brady did at the end of his career, as long as he stays healthy.
At 57. You guys go over or under?
If it's 57 right now, I go over.
I go over too.
I go over, but I would lose. I'll probably lose.
I think it's under. Like I said, I think it's under.
All right.
I go over. It'll be a 7-3 final.
Right, yeah, exactly right. Listen. As long as it's not a Super Bowl like the Patriots-Ram was, where it was a 16 final, right? I mean, like 13-3, right? I mean, it's. I don't think it's going to be a boring Super Bowl. I think it's going to be a guns blazing, let's score as many points as we can Super Bowl, in my opinion. And I think the Chiefs win it. Yeah. And that's just.
Thank you, Still. He's somebody else. Oh, and Joe. Thank you. See, I got other people that's with me.
Joe, Richard both say under. Me and Frankie say over. Me and Frankie usually lose bets. You're probably right. It's probably
I'm going with that under.
Lock up the under.
lock up the under, everyone.
Y'all want to make some money? Let's go.
You want to make some money? All right.
Take my picks and just bet the opposite way.
Right, exactly. Right. All right, so we're gonna move on to our next topic. Boogie, what is our next topic? Are the Nets figuring it out? All right, so I'm gonna have to go like this for this one, just like that for a little bit, but that's okay. So yeah, are the Nets figuring it out? Boogie, I'm going to get to you on this one for the basketball topic for right now, but are the Nets actually figuring it out and winning some games? Or are they regressing a little bit? Because I don't know if anybody saw that Wizard game yesterday, but Boogie, you think you can play that for us real quick before we start talking about the Nets?
Why not?
Okay, so if you guys don't know what happened in the Wizards game last night, against Russell Westbrook and the Washington Wizards. The Nets were up by 5 points with 12 seconds to go, and Boogie's going to play a quick clip of what exactly happened during this last 12 seconds. And if you didn't see it,
and if you're a Nets fan,
it's pretty rough to watch. So Boogie, are you ready for that?
Yes.
All right, so Boogie, play it real quick.
Shield your eyes.
Yeah, it's not pretty. So we're gonna watch this real quick. So if you don't know, the Nets are the baby blue, okay? Look, so that's a 3. Okay, 7 seconds, they hit a 3. All right, no problem. All right, we just got to inbound. Oh, okay, we're going to steal it. And Russell Westbrook says, game. So this is what happened yesterday. Then they foul, and they get another 2 points. They wind up losing the game by 3. But this is the second game this year that the Nets have won or lost the game by over 140 points, okay? 100 by 140. Both teams have scored 140 points. Boogie, give me your take. Are the Nets figuring it out, or are they after watching that? Are they regressing a little bit?
Let me tell you something, man. That was an insane game, and I was sitting on the couch watching this game, and I'm saying, where is the defense? Because literally, both teams were going up and down the court, just doing whatever they wanted to. It's as if literally they had a red carpet right to the basket, because it seemed like everybody was making a basket. Like, did you see the score? I think it was 7 million to 7 million and 1. It was crazy.
It was pretty bad.
Now. Obviously, the Nets are struggling defensively. Like, we already established this early in the season because Dinwiddie being out, he was their perimeter defender. They made this big trade. They got rid of a lot of their key bench players, by getting James Harden. Like I said, I still believe they miss Allen. You know what I'm saying? To this day, I still believe they miss him. So, they picked up Shumpert. You know what I'm saying? He can, if he's even halfway as good as he was defensively, I think he can actually do something, because I don't know if you've been watching the Net games, but Kyrie Irving can't play any defense. It seems like every point guard is cooking him. You know, I mean, yeah, he's scoring right back. He definitely is a bucket, but he's getting cooked on the defensive end every game. And I'm like, yo, they need to put a defender on it. So now I believe if Shumpert is in shape, he can fill the role of Dinwiddie. I mean, I'm not saying that he's the same exact talent skill as Dinwiddie, because obviously I believe Dinwiddie is a good player. Shumpert, I believe, is a good defensive player who can hit the corner three. That's what I think of him, and I think he's definitely a help. But I still think they need to go with that rumor of picking up what's his name from the Cavs, Drummond.
Drummond,
if they did that,
Andre Drummond.
If they did that, it's over. It's over.
So here's the thing: if they do that, yes, they're going to be a very good team. But let's look at the facts right now. There was a stat that I saw that James Harden is considered, since the trade to the Nets, has the worst defense out of all 472 players in the league, right? He's considered the worst defensive player in the league right now. And that's already showing, right? Second,
but he's not the one getting cooked.
Right. The
ironic is that.
Right. Secondly, the Rockets are on a 5-game winning streak without James Harden and considered one of the best defensive teams in the league since the trade to the Nets.
But they have half the Nets team now.
I'm gonna say they picked up really good pieces. You know what I'm saying? And then they traded for Oladipo on top of that. So they gotta whoever the GM is there, it's a new dude. It's a new dude, right?
The new dude, right?
Yeah. Whoever that GM is, he's working magic over there. Because I didn't even have them making the playoffs, but now, oh man, like I said, the dude they got from the Pistons, Wood. Like
Wood, he's playing great.
That kid is was slept on. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I mean, and even when James was there, he even knew. Like he was giving him props too. Like, yo, all right, this kid is all right. He's gonna be a star. You know what I'm saying? I mean, late in the game, but he's gonna be a star. But not only that, you got a lot of pieces there now. You know, they got a complete team. I'm not saying they're championship because they're in the same conference as the Lakers, but. You know
listen, they've been playing great, right? There's no denying that they've been playing great. But with the Nets,
I know you're trying to put the blame on James Harden. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so.
Listen, it's not that I'm putting
good, bro.
It's not that I'm putting the blame on James Harden. What I'm getting at is that I'm still going to say it. The Nets gave too much up for James Harden because now you have gaps to fill. Listen, there was a reason why Shumpert wasn't signed, right? It's not like he's a 40-year-old man that's trying to get back into the NBA. He was a rookie 6 years ago, and there's a reason.
This is ninth season. But the thing is, he got in young. He got in young, and his last gig was with the Nets. But you got to understand the situation was before when he got cut. You know what I'm saying? Like they were going in a different direction. You know
I get that, but then why didn't he get picked up by anyone? Why didn't he get picked up by anyone else?
Because this is a NBA that's full of offense. Who really needs a defensive perimeter guy that's a contender? Like
Beverly's still in the league, and he's
on a contender already. That's what I'm trying to say. All the contenders, they got their perimeter defenders already. So if you're a Knicks, you're not picking up Shumpert because you need way more than just one defender on the perimeter. You understand what I'm saying? So a guy like Shumpert. He's a guy like Shumpert signs to a team late in the game when somebody gets hurt or whatever like that, or like how the Nets picked them up. You know they need defense up top, so now they got a defensive specialist sitting right there on the shelf. Pick them up, put them into the mix because they don't need a scoring. They got enough scoring. They need defense. I don't know nothing about this Pele kid that they picked up. I don't know nothing about him. So if somebody in the comments can tell me anything about him, I don't know nothing about that kid. But
the Nets need Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, right. They need less defense. Melo plays less defense now than he's played his whole career.
Yeah. No, listen, he's gonna. I think first off, talking about Melo real quick, he's probably gonna end up retiring with the Trailblazers, right? I mean,
that's what he wants.
That's what he. Yeah, I mean, it's. I would have. I would have loved to see Melo at least win one, but he's not winning with the Trailblazers. He's not. He's not winning with them. But anyways, yeah. Anyways, so yeah, are the Nets figuring it out though?
I say they are. I say
they
if they're putting pieces together, I think they're getting everything together. That's what
I don't think they figured it out yet. I'm sorry, I don't think they figured it out yet.
I think they got way worse.
I think
way worse. I would say.
I think they got way worse.
It's hard to say
because they have no depth. They have the big three. And that's it. You can't even say they picked up Shumpert. Shumpert's 57 years old.
You know what I'm saying? You got some bench guys there. I mean, I'm not saying they're as deep as they.
And the next time, but the next time Irving wants to sit out for 2 weeks for no reason, or if Durant goes down or Harden goes down, who are they going to be playing in their starting five?
Yeah,
they got nobody. They traded. They had depth in the league, and now it's all gone. So they're probably going to win the East by default, but that's not because they're this great team. They're going to go to the finals. They're going to get smoked.
I said that though. I said that. I think they're going to go to the finals and lose to the Lakers, but he thinks the Bucks are going to.
I think the Bucks. I think the Bucks are going to.
How is the Bucks going to defeat them if Giannis still can't shoot?
Listen, at this point,
they play no defense.
At this point right now,
if he's going for twos and they're shooting threes, it's math. They're not going to win.
Listen, at this point right now,
and he's not 90% either. You know what I'm saying? Going to the basket, he misses a lot of layups too. So if you got guys shooting threes all over the place and he gonna keep going to the basket, they're gonna say, "Go ahead, get your twos," because I'm shooting threes when I get down there.
Listen. At this point, though, I'm talking Bucks. You're talking Nets. We're not talking about the number one team in the East right now, which is the 76ers. They've been playing great. So
all we gotta do is let Ben Simmons shoot.
Yeah, just let Ben Simmons shoot.
50 points a game.
They're playing real good team basketball right now.
They're playing.
They are.
They're playing good team basketball.
Richard Phelps says when Miami had their big three, who the hell was on their bench? Mario Chambers, right?
Chalmers. No, Chalmers. You talking about the last? You took
Ray Allen.
Ray Allen. Yeah, Chalmers
the best shooter in history.
Ray Allen. You had who else did they have? You had Birdman.
Chalmers, Ray Allen. Yeah, that's right, Birdman.
Birdman was on the team. Yeah, you had some decent guys in Miami that were.
They had nice role players, but I see what he's trying to say.
I know what he's trying to say.
But even they lost their first season together.
But exactly, that's what I'm trying. That's my point.
Right.
So what I'm trying to say is, you don't need a completely deep team because you're not playing the whole roster anyway. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a rotation. So with that being said, they got enough players in their rotation to, go far.
Joe Harris.
Well, Joe Harris, the one who gave up the inbound pass. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely from outside. You got TLC. You got people off the bench, man. And you got that kid Brown who arrived out of nowhere.
Brown's actually been playing very well.
All right, he's definitely playing for a contract.
And he's been playing like 30 minutes too. So it's not like he's been playing.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about. All right, so I'm gonna admit something. As soon as you go to the Knicks, just go to the Knicks thing. Are the Knicks playoff bound? All right, listen.
Hey.
IQ has been playing great. Okay, Emmanuel quickly has been playing great. But listen, Frankie.
Playing great.
If you don't know why,
Peyton, right? You said Peyton.
If you want to know why Boogie's acting like this, it's because I said that Peyton should be starting over quickly due to experience. Boogie is making it seem like I said quickly is a Hall of Famer already. All I said was that Peyton should be the floor general for this young Knicks team, and because Boogie has such a hard on for quickly, I can't say things like that.
It's just.
He's also part owner of the Knicks.
Oh boy, here we go.
So Eddie, listen, Quickly has been playing great. There is no denying that. He is definitely a Rookie of the Year contender. As of right now,
he's just not better than LaMelo Ball. Like LaMelo and Wiseman's
been playing absolutely phenomenal.
Been playing great.
Yeah.
But are the Knicks?
Let me tell you something. But he's worth the pick because he was supposed to be a second-round pick. You know what I'm saying? This guy's playing better than Toppin, who was our higher pick.
Correct, right?
Like, I'm telling you, like this guy's a good surprise. So the Knicks front office is finally starting to do things correctly.
And listen, to go what Chris is saying right now, why I was going crazy last week is because Boogie was trying to have an argument contest with me, and I had to show him who had the bigger penis by yelling louder, okay?
All right, I'm about to head out. I see you guys later.
Right. No, but listen.
Have a good night.
You have to understand where I was coming from. Peyton is a veteran in the league. The Knicks have, besides Randall, the Knicks have either rookie or sophomore players. Peyton has been in the league for 5 years now. I think that Payton. Shut up. So I think that Payton is, when he was with the Suns, has good eye court and he could still do that. But I'm telling you right now, Immanuel Quickley should start for the Knicks now that I've been seeing him play a lot better basketball. Even though I fucked around and I posted that he shot 1 for 11 that game last week, I like that the way that Immanuel Quickley has been playing. He should get more time. He should get the start. I am not disagreeing with you on that. Elfrid Payton should help him be more of a point guard by helping him be more of a floor general, and that's it. I agree.
But you know what? At the end of the day, he's provided offense for an offense that was very, very needful of what he was bringing, because they nobody else was scoring but Randall.
No, I agree.
So what else he's going to do? We going to keep passing the ball to somebody to brick it?
Right. No, I agree.
He got to score. He got that teardrop working. He got the 3-point thing working, and also he picked up that drawing a foul technique. He got that down pat too.
No, he's got that down pat. I know he's been doing great.
He's third in the league in free throw shooting and all that. Like, the dude is.
So this brings us back to our conversation. Are the Knicks a playoff bound team? Boogie, what do you think?
Well, the East has shown to be very weak. Like you couldn't tell me that the Washington Wizards was going to be this bad. Like, you couldn't tell me that. Like, I didn't expect them to be this bad. I didn't expect the Heat to have this slow start. You know what I'm saying? The Heat.
Well, they're also really hurt. They're all hurt right now.
They're hurt, but look at the teams that's ahead of them. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, the Pacers got off to a hot start. Now look at them. You know what I'm saying? They traded Oladipo, and now they can't even use LeVert because of his injury. So it's like now they're not nothing. So it's like all the teams that you saw were better teams, that you figure if the Knicks had any chance, they was probably try to get into that 10th spot and play for that last spot. But right now, I think they've been hovering about 500 most of the season, and that will get you about 8 seed. So if they can continue to keep playing defense and staying in the game, I mean, look at that game that they played against. They played against the Clippers yesterday. I mean, you can't even be upset. The Clippers are an amazing team, and they stayed with them. They even got it down to 2 points in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? But then the Clippers just showed that they were a better team because they didn't miss nothing from 3 points.
No, they didn't miss anything.
And it wasn't even Paul George or Kawhi that was hitting them threes. You had Ibaka shooting threes. You had like role players. You had Jackson shooting. You had role players knocking down these 3-pointers. So not for nothing, they're all around great team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the team that's supposed to be contending with the Lakers in the West. So if we showed the Knicks, if we showed that we can stay with them, that's an improvement. Like I said, I wasn't looking for nothing crazy this season to begin with. So when I see something like that, I get hyped, especially when I'm seeing these young kids play good. You know what I'm saying?
But didn't they get blown out by Detroit a few games ago?
And Cleveland as well. But they also beat who's the big team that they beat?
We defeated a lot of teams, and we had defeated Utah before they got on their streak.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Before they got their streak, you know what I'm saying? We defeated the Celtics. We blew them out. You know what I'm saying? But
there was no Jason Tatum.
Yeah, but they didn't have Jason Tatum on their 5-game winning streak before that game.
Yeah, that's true.
You understand what I'm saying? And they had got Kemba Walker back that game, so they got added firepower. So you can't get that excuse. You know what I'm saying? The same excuse people are the Knicks won because the other team had an off night shooting. At some point, you got to give the Knicks defense credit.
No, listen,
they couldn't do shit last night against
the Knicks are ranked the number 1 defense in the league last week.
Yeah, they're down to 3 now. But I think we play the Bulls today. So that Zach LaVine,
that should be a win, right?
Technically, rumored to maybe possibly be on the Knicks. That should be an interesting game because I believe that they're probably on the same level. I think Chicago's probably a tad worse than us, but we're about the same level, so that should be an interesting game.
But I think we have more depth than Chicago, so we should, in my opinion, we should win that game. That should be a game that the Knicks have to win.
You're right, Joe. These young kids, I want to see
on the
these
team.
young kids play too. Yeah.
I'm on the team. But let me ask you, so Frankie, I know you don't know much about basketball, but if you're a NBA or Knicks fan right
Definitely
now, do you want to see the Knicks make the playoffs, or do you think that they should make some moves for their future? What do you think?
I think they trade Randall. I think his
only
value
All-Star. Our only All-Star.
Yes. I think his value is at an all-time high. Okay. I think you can get some nice pieces for him.
Like?
I don't know. You could get some. You got to be able to get something for him.
Right. No. Listen, I understand what Frankie's saying, though.
But
because
we need a point guard. The Knicks need a point guard, right?
Obviously, like you said, the East is terrible. The East, you don't even have to be 500 to make it out of the East.
The Knicks need a point guard. So if you trade Randall for a point guard, guess what? Now we need a forward to
now you need
do
a
what he's doing. So that's what I'm saying. So you can't, what's that saying? Despite your face? What was that? What's that saying?
Don't bite your nose despite your face.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing if you trade Randall. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's exactly what you're doing. You don't trade Randall to get a point guard. You need to trade to help around him. You know what I'm saying? Right now he's saying I want to be a star.
Who are you going to trade to help around him? What other trade pieces do you have?
Yeah, but let me ask you, if the Knicks get Zach LaVine, who do you have to get rid of? You think Randall's one of those pieces? Probably no.
I'm going to be honest with you. We have a ton of draft picks. We can throw that in the mix. You know what I'm saying? And we got expiring contracts. Now, teams love expiring contracts because what that does is it opens up the payroll for them to sign somebody big. Now, if they lose Zach LaVine, who else do they have? They have to try to sign somebody.
No, you're right.
Maybe they want to go for some cap space, some draft picks, and like I said, you never know, man. Like you never know.
Well, so listen. As a Knicks fan, I would love for the Knicks to stay the way they are, and I would love for them to be the 8th seed this year, just to get these. Even if these young guys get blown out in the playoffs.
You're right. LaVine is definitely going to waste over there in Chicago.
Oh yeah, he's an absolute waste in Chicago, and he deserves to be somewhere else because
he will soon.
Yeah, he wants to. Yeah, hopefully to the Knicks.
That kid has gotten better and better and better.
Yeah, and you see it statistically too. He goes up every year in points. But if I'm a Knicks fan, what do I want to see from the Knicks? I would love to see them make the playoffs. They haven't been in the playoffs in years, right? Even if they're the 8th seed and they play the 76ers or the Bucks or the Nets the first round, I would love to just see them get some playoff experience with this young squad, so that even if it's only 4 games, it's still 4 more games that they're playing in a spotlight scene. I would love to just see them just progress that way and form
they're
together.
Progressing now. Like I said, I'm very proud of. I'm excited to watch Knicks games, even though we're not that good right now. Like I said, I already had the mindset of going to the season to see these young guys develop. I'm disappointed that Knox hasn't done anything. I thought that he was going to have a huge season this year, but to see quickly and Robinson stop fouling now. Like Robinson's having a great season. So I like to see these young guys improving. And Barrett, people are sleeping on Barrett, man.
Yeah, RJ Barrett's
having a
great.
heck of a season.
He's playing
very all around. He's a completely different player than last year. I agree. Like I said, we got Barrett, Quickly, Robinson. We got a nice little young core that's formulating here, and I like that. You know what I'm saying?
So you think they stand pat and go, hopefully, to the 8th seed and go to the playoffs and get completely and utterly obliterated in the first round?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
As opposed to potentially selling high on Randall and getting some kind of pieces for the future.
Well, I'm going to say it like this. The Knicks need a winning culture. Nobody wants to go to the Knicks because we're losers. Like everybody outside of New York, if you say Knicks, they are garbage. That's all people say. And you think that it's not a popularity contest with these NBA players? Like, yeah, they care about the money and all, but they know that they're wasting their career going to the Knicks. So the Knicks start establishing the fact that they can get to the playoffs, that they have a nice young squad, then a star is going to want to join. Look what happened with the Nets. The Nets had a great young squad, made the playoffs with themselves. Now what happens? Kyrie, Durant, you know what I'm saying? Now you got people wanting to be there. You gotta establish some type of winning culture. And if we gotta sacrifice a year or two of developing and looking like good as far as having our young guys get better, I'd rather do that than trade and try to get outside help who is probably not going to be good enough to take us anywhere anyway.
And listen, and not for nothing, it's been a long time since the Knicks have had like their franchise player, like 2 or 3 franchise players. And I love seeing that right now with Randall, Barrett, and Robinson. Just having those three on the court makes me proud to kind of be a Knicks fan. You know,
yeah.
I mean that's just
warm and fuzzy.
It really does. It really does, because you know what? Last year when I was watching this Knicks team and watching Randall score 20 points with 8 rebounds and doing his stupid little spin move every 5 seconds, it was annoying. It was super annoying to watch it.
Now his spin move produces assists now.
Right, exactly. Right.
They're all.
It's such a different culture and a different team, and I like seeing that. And honestly,
coaches that know what they're doing.
Right, and seeing Randall's in his second year of his third year contract, right? Randall has been on 2 other teams prior to being with the Knicks. If he's found something with Barrett and Robinson, and he wants to stay with New York, and he's an all-star on top of that, keep him here. He's only 26 years old. Keep him here.
He's improved every year.
I would gladly keep Randall here. And I thought in the beginning of the year they were going to get rid of him because I didn't expect the Knicks to be almost a 500 team at this point in the season. No one did. I expected them to win 20. I said 22 games for the whole year. Boogie said 18. And they're already at 9 games. They won 9 out of 21. So the fact that this team is meshing really well, if they are the 8th seed and they get blown out, I'm happy with that. I am so happy with that because I didn't even expect them to be at this point right now in the season.
Yep.
To be quite honest, I really didn't. I think it's great. And honestly, if you're a Knicks fan, I think the Knicks, you should be happier as a Knicks fan than a Nets being a Nets fan right now, in my honest opinion, because the expectations are so high for the Nets and the expectations are so low for the Knicks.
Yeah, but the Knicks, I mean, as a Net fan, you know you got a possibility to go to the chip. There's no better feeling than that.
No, of course you do. But at the same time, dude, how much drama has there been with this Nets team? And there's only been 21 games.
That comes with the territory of having divas as your stars. You know what I'm saying? Because, Durant's a diva too now. Don't get it twisted. No, so they all divas. So
they're all divas.
That's the price you gotta pay for winning. So
I guess.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, what's our next topic? What do we got here, Boog?
Let's talk about the Mets.
All right, perfect. So,
Mets.
So we've had some controversy this week with Mr. Stephen Cohen, as far as the Reddit stock stuff and
going to the moon, baby.
Yeah, GameStop.
I'm kidding.
So anyways. So
kidding.
This week also the Mets also traded Steven Matz for 3 right-handed prospects to the Toronto Blue Jays. Boogie, as a Mets fan, tell me, how do you feel about this? Because we actually did say that we didn't think Matz, last week we said that we didn't think Matz had any really room on this team. At least I remember you and I both saying that.
I was very surprised to see that they had tendered his contract, you know what I'm saying, and kept him. I was surprised, you know what I'm saying? So maybe they already had this in sights that they were going to try to sign him and trade him. Now, in my opinion, that trade didn't help us personnel-wise really, because the guys that we got from them, they aren't top prospects. They're okay prospects, but they ain't top prospects. So it's not like you're looking to build your farm system with them guys. Correct. But what you do is you open up some money in the cap. So now doing that
in the cap, there is no cap.
Well, the luxury tax. They don't want to get the luxury tax.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they're using the luxury tax as a cap because they don't really want to go over the luxury tax. So now trading Mats. Now you have some room so that you can sign somebody. Now there's rumors about Trevor Bauer, and the Mets offered, and the Mets made an offer to him. So I'm thinking that was hand in hand. They did that trade so they can try to get Trevor Bauer. Now if they get Trevor Bauer, you can't tell me that we ain't gonna have one of the top rotations in baseball.
Even without
you already have one of the top rotations.
But this is what I'm trying to say. You put Trevor Bauer on with them. That's insane.
Listen, the Mets got rid of $5.2 million getting rid of Steven Matz. Steven Matz wasn't doing anything with the Mets anyway. His ERA
is a 4.3, whatever it is, career ERA. So
correct, right.
Like Chris said, Matz was ass. We got the best of him at the beginning of his career. So we ain't
No. Steven Matz had way too many tries at a starting position with that rotation. Okay, for 3 years. He averaged over a 3.9 ERA every single year. He gave up way too many. The amount of times that I tuned into ESPN games on my phone and saw that Steven Matz gave up 7 runs in the first inning, at least at least 3 times. I'm not even exaggerating. 3 or 4 times that I saw.
Shut out the Mariners. That's how bad it is.
Exactly. Right. Wow. So here's the thing, Steven Matz.
2 words. Hold on, no, I can't let that go on. 2 words, but Lewis, and I'm gonna have 2 more words in a few months. Jared Kelenic. Don't forget about that. Best trade the Mets ever made.
Yep. Was that with the Robinson Cano trade?
It was.
Yeah, it was. Right. Yeah. Right. So here's the thing. So Steven Matz.
Hey, since you want to go there, thank you, Robinson Cano, for freeing up some more money for us. Thank you very much, Seattle.
Right. It's true. Same. It's right. Same. Listen, Robinson Cano has literally been on every single person's team here. Okay, we all have experienced Robinson Cano. So.
On our team.
That is true.
Fuck Robinson Cano.
Oh, okay? Let's not get crazy.
Yeah.
No. Don't fuck it out. No. I hate that he got caught twice with PEDs. I hate.
Oh no, I agree.
Yeah, obviously that's disgusting, but he's
the guy's a cheater, but he's still one of the best pure talents in probably the history of the game.
No, I would say at least at second base. Yeah, I would say I $1,000,000% agree with that.
It's just that now it's tainted because of the steroids.
Of course.
Right, correct. 100%.
Just like A-Rod's tainted because of the steroids, just like Bonds. But, they still have the talent, a talent level that's far beyond 95% of the players that play baseball. So
correct, right. But so anyway, so the Mets get rid of Matz, right? And now they have some room. So now this leads to, are the Mets going after Trevor Bauer? So where do you guys think Trevor Bauer actually ends up? Do you actually think he winds up being a Met?
I'm praying on it.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm praying on it.
You're right.
I hope we don't lose him to the Blue Jays like they seem to be taking everybody.
Like everyone else, right?
I think they have a very, very real shot to get him. I think they're
the Mets.
I don't see them getting outbid. So it's whether Trevor Bauer wants, because I honestly think Trevor Bauer is a type of personality and presence that he might not go to the highest bidder. He might go to whatever city. He's one of those guys. I don't know. I could be wrong, but he strikes me as that person that's like, yeah, all right, the Mets offered me an extra $5 million, $10 million, whatever it is, but I connected more with the city. I don't know.
Yeah, listen, Trevor Bauer, if you follow Trevor Bauer on Instagram, he's kind of like a badass. Yeah, he's crazy.
But just think about it. You got him, you got Stroman, and you got Syndergaard. You got 3 guys who are social media crazies. So imagine how that would end up.
No, it's true. I mean, listen, as a Yankee fan, I obviously want Bauer to come to the Yankees. But I said this months ago. Which is a possibility as well. But Trevor Bauer has also been talking about these 1-year contracts, just testing out the waters to kind of see what he likes and stuff like that. Which, that's the one thing I hate about these players is that they 1-year deals. I like the bigger deals, right? I like franchise players. I mean, that's just me as a player, as a person. But let's say he was a 1-year deal with the Yankees and he wanted to fit and he wanted to sign a multi-year deal. I'm not going to say no to Trevor Bauer. But the Yankees need pitching. That's our main thing right now. So if the Yankees need pitching and we have a lot of money to give away, why not make the offer for him? But I still think Trevor Bauer is going to end up as a White Sox. And I've been saying that for months now. I think the White Sox are young and up and coming. They have a really good pitching staff already. And then they add Trevor Bauer to that. I don't know.
But does Trevor Bauer want to go to a situation where winning is not really a possibility? That's the thing.
But in Chicago it is. They won the division last year.
The White Sox are on the up.
They're on the up and up, but are they there yet?
In that division?
Would Trevor Bauer put them over the top to be better than the Yankees?
I mean,
you see what I'm saying? Trevor Bauer is playing around in free agency because he's trying to see the best situation for himself. It's not only just the money. I think he's trying to look for the best situation. And yeah, he would be the man on the White Sox, but is that really a true winning situation where he can have the option of Yankees?
I mean, for the division, it is.
He can have option
The
of
division
Yankee
it
and
is.
Mets. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but it's division.
And in the playoffs, it really doesn't. I mean, what's the Yankees rotation looking like now that they lost Paxton? They lost
Tanaka.
They lost Tanaka.
So the Yankees right now,
signed Kluber, but isn't Kluber coming off surgery? Kluber missed last season, didn't he?
Yeah, but listen, the Yankees always sign guys that are not in their prime, right?
Well,
it's just how it is.
That's what I'm saying. So the Yankees rotation isn't that great.
Let's just go with the Yankees then.
Right,
so that's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, so listen, the Yankees rotation right now is you have Cole, you have Severino, you have Kluber, you have technically Yermain, who's
Severino. All right, so you have Cole, you have Severino ? You have Kluber ? You have who else?
Yermain. ? Correct, right? I mean, no, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying that the Yankees need to get on this Bauer train because they need pitching.
They do need pitching a lot, and now they just traded.
But if you're going to talk about question mark, their hitting is the same way because Stanton,
but they're hitting
all the time. Hicks hurt all the time. Sanchez hurt all the time. Judge
so Sanchez is healthy.
You know, what I'm saying?
You'd rather him be hurt.
I'd rather Sanchez be hurt.
But what I'm trying to say is 80% of their lineup is always hurt. So it's the same thing. But they're a great team when they're all healthy, though.
I think they're very overrated, but I also hate the Yankees, so you can't really go by me.
Why do you even hate the Yankees if you're a Mariners fan? Because of what they did to Griffey?
I hate their fans.
Oh my God! So you hate the team because you hate their fans?
And Griffey and Felix both hated the Yankees, so I just got to do it. It's just natural to me.
Wasn't the thing that George Steinbrenner didn't let when Ken Griffey was a Yankee, he didn't let the kids.
Griffey. He didn't let Griffey Jr. in the clubhouse or on the field or whatever it was, but he let somebody else's kid. I don't remember the whole story, but watch that Griffey documentary come out. Griffey said if the Yankees were the only team that offered him a contract, he'd retire.
Right,
and he was dead serious about it. That guy is a badass.
He also said almost a Met too.
And now, Griffey just signed a deal with MLB where he's going to be representing to help build the sport, which is, I think, a great move for MLB.
Chris said the Yankees are not even going to be good this year.
I don't think they are. I think they're very overrated.
Well, you guys think the Blue Jays are going to win the East?
Yes.
Stop. I don't think so.
I think the Yankees could finish third. They have no pitching. Their bullpen isn't that great.
They didn't have the pitching last year.
And what I mean, honestly, and like even their lineup is great. Their lineup is great, but like, what if Gio Urshela remembers that he's Gio Urshela again? Like the guy's had an out of body experience for 2 years. Whereas Stanton can't hit a breaking ball. Sanchez can't hit anything or field anything. Like I
can't believe they still have Sanchez.
And I'm not even trying to say that as a hater. I'm saying that as like, you throw Giancarlo Stanton a breaking ball low and away. He'll literally never hit another baseball again for the rest of his career.
Listen, he had a great. No, listen. He had a great playoffs with the Yankees. I think a healthy Giancarlo Stanton. I think they're going to be okay. I honestly think they're going to be okay. I think they'll be okay.
I think it's going to be a rough road. I think at the end, they're probably going to end up making a deal to help them out mid-season. But I think it's going to be rocky. It's going to be.
I agree with what Chris said. Yankees will finish second or third. They have no pitching, and their lineup's always hurt. Yeah, and I don't think their lineup's that great.
It's going to be rocky, man. Like I said,
I think the Blue Jays
might surprise you and be good, but it's going to be rocky. I don't think the moves that they made make them on top of the East. To be honest.
No, I don't think so either. I think the Blue Jays really put the pedal to the metal this offseason. I think they win the East.
Listen,
you're not even remembering about the Rays. What about the Rays?
I know. Because the Rays are so low key.
Did they lose anybody?
No. They lost Snell. They lost Snell to the Padres. But he got traded, though. They traded him.
Man, how about the Padres? They picked up a lot of people.
I was just going to say, they have Yu Darvish now.
They picked up a lot.
They have Blake Snell. And then you're hitting. The Padres are going to be a tough team to beat. They're going to be a tough team to beat. That West is stacked. West is stacked. And now on top of that, the Cardinals, which we didn't even talk about, just got freaking what's his name? The third baseman from Arenado from the Rockies. So the whole NL is shifting like crazy. So that the top two teams in the NL
just
East.
Watch out too, because Chris Bryant's probably going to go somewhere too.
That's true.
Right. That's true too. Right. So
he has a very expensive price tag too on top of that.
Yeah.
Didn't the Dodgers lose Turner? Isn't he? Is he a free agent or
he's a free agent?
He's
but
a free
they
agent.
haven't lost him yet. He hasn't signed.
They haven't lost him yet.
I think Turner signs back with the Dodgers.
Why would
to
he
be quite
leave?
honest. Yeah, I think they sign. Listen, he's 34, 35 years old now, but he could be easily that guy that comes off the bench, or that you could rest and. He doesn't have to play every game. He's an older dude.
The Dodgers have so much depth that it doesn't matter if he's
so much depth, which is why I'm so happy that the Mets signed Lindor. Like, if the Dodgers got Lindor, it was GG. It was good.
Yeah, but
game.
they don't even need Lindor. They have Corey Seager.
No, I know, but you could have had.
But Corey Seager's a free agent next year, though.
Right, you could have done.
I know he's coming to Seattle to play with his brother.
Right. Well, Frankie, if you watched the show a couple of weeks ago, we talked about how the Indians could have possibly oh yeah, of course. The Indians could have possibly traded Lindor to the Dodgers for Seager because they're both on contract years. But that's what we said though. Is that imagine
deactivated actually.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Very recently. So no, it really was. I'm not even joking around. I've been on Facebook for like 4 months.
No, I know.
He took a Kyrie Irving sabbatical.
I thought, for personal reasons.
Right. No, but listen, I'm so glad that the Mets got Lindor.
Who was the 4-year? Bryant? 4-year, $20 million.
4-year, $20 million a year.
Who was he talking about? Who's Nico talking about?
I want to say he's talking about Bryant.
But
Bryant or who's the other free?
But he's not a free agent. He's still in the contract.
So then, who's he talking about?
I don't know.
All right, well he'll talk in a second. But no, listen, I want to see. Let me ask you. I know we were talking about the Mets. Do you guys see with the Mets the moves that they've been making? Can the Mets potentially win the NL East?
I think they have a good chance. I know you love the Braves. You know what I'm saying?
I
because they had a great season last year. They actually hired Chipper Jones as another hitting instructor on that team. So that was a good move by them too.
Yeah.
But I just think that the Mets are hungry. I think it's their time to at least get the East. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sleeping on the Phillies. The Phillies re-signed Real Muto. You know what I'm saying? Washington, I'm not really afraid of.
What a waste of money that is. I'm sorry. I'm
not afraid of. Yeah, they overpaid, but just think about it. Like, they had nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had to re-sign him. Because if they lost him, then their season is over. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, like, they needed him to solidify their lineup. You know what I'm saying? Because I think they're like the third best team in the East, which is not bad. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying that, I don't think that they're better than the Mets or Braves. And I think the Mets and Braves are going to be battling it out all season. And I think it's going to arrive down to that last couple of weeks of the season. Right. But Yankees, though, I think the Yankees are going to have a rough one. And I think the Blue Jays might end up edging them for the East.
Pause.
Edging them?
You don't know what edging is? All right. Anyways, so we're gonna
Google that.
I think the Mets take the East. If the Mets stay healthy, they definitely take the. I think so. I think I think it's gonna be close between them and the Braves. I don't like the Phillies. I never liked the Phillies. I don't know. Maybe it's just because Bryce Harper. But I hate the Phillies. But I think if the Mets stay healthy, you got to remember you're also getting Syndergaard back sometime in maybe July or so.
Yeah.
That could be an acquisition deadline that you don't even have to. You're not even giving anything up to get that. Yeah. I mean, think about it. If that guy comes back and he's close to what he can be, you're getting a frontline starter for nothing.
No, it's very
adding to DeGrom and Stroman, possibly Bauer. We don't know, but
right.
That's big.
All right, so speaking of, let's get right into our last topic of the day, since we are talking about pitchers.
And my battery's running low, so if I disappear, my laptop died. But go ahead.
Plug in your laptop, brother. What are you doing?
It's upstairs.
So the top 5 pitchers of 2021. This is gonna be our last topic for discussion.
So we got a couple of minutes left. So
yeah. So Frankie, who have you decided who your 5th best pitcher was yet? I know you had some trouble.
I'll go with it. All right. So
tell me
in order.
Okay.
I'm gonna go DeGrom.
Okay.
As your number 1 or number 5?
No, DeGrom's number 1. DeGrom's number 1.
Okay.
Cole.
Okay.
Scherzer.
Okay.
Bauer.
Okay.
And in a close race, I got to give it to Kershaw.
Okay.
Clayton Kershaw.
I got to give it to Kershaw.
Well, my list is pretty similar to his, but it's not the same. I also have DeGrom as number 1, and I also have Garrett Cole as number 2.
Of course.
But I'm gonna go with Shane Bieber as number 3. Everybody forgets about the Cy Young Award winner in the AL. You know what I'm saying? Like, that dude had an amazing season. Let's not forget that. And I'm going with Trevor Bauer as 4, and I'm gonna go with Hugh Darvish as number 5. The end of 2019, he turned it on. If you
We're in 2021.
Listen to what I'm saying. The end of 2019, because remember, he had surgery, right? He was on a new team, the Cubs, right? He played trash because he was hurt. He turned it around toward the end of 2019. In 2020, he had an amazing season, right? Now, this year, he's going to capitalize with the Padres. Look at the Padres team.
Yeah, he's going to capitalize.
You're not going to tell me that Hugh Darvish's talent is not going to capitalize with that lineup that they got there?
Boogie, that's the worst top 5 pitching thing I've ever heard in my life. Hugh Darvish? Is this 2016? What are you talking about, Hugh Darvish? There's like 7,000 other pitchers.
Yo, he had an injury.
I don't even agree with Bieber. I don't know. He had a great season, but like.
Oh yeah, Cy Young, forget it.
All right, it was a 60-game season. What did he get? 20 stars? Not even 20 stars. How many stars did he have?
Whose arm is
How many stars did he have?
Dead.
How many stars did he have?
I think what he had, like 20.
So in a regular season, all right. So
it was a short season though.
But in a regular, exactly. So in a regular season, the guy has a great April to middle of June. Yeah, he's a top 5 pitcher in baseball. Yeah, he had a great run. I'm not, but he also got
top 5 right now.
He got shellacked in the playoffs. Okay, in his last start of the season, he got destroyed. Even Gary Sanchez hit him.
Okay,
that guy stinks. No, I'm kidding.
No, Gary Sanchez.
Imagine a Cy Young Award winner stinking. Imagine.
It's a 60-game season. Yeah, it's not enough to say that he's a top 5. You're gonna put him better ahead of Kershaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Kershaw didn't have a good season.
You're saying, all right, he didn't have a good season. You're going to say that he's a better pitcher than Clayton Kershaw.
Well, we're not talking about career.
No, Jeff. The same can't be said about Bauer.
Right now.
Pitcher for years.
No. Trevor Bauer's numbers was ass. He reconstructed himself. Look at the stats. Look at the stats. The dude had a terrible ERA. He was giving up fucking a massive amount of home runs. He changed his whole game and became a good pitcher. Are you serious? Like,
Trevor Bauer had some blah years. He did have some blah years.
Like, how you gonna have that argument? You can have that argument about with a lot of pitchers.
I don't know why this is the word.
But if we're talking about current right now, Shane Bieber, you can't forget him.
I would give Shane Bieber top 10, but I wouldn't give him top 5. I would give him top 10. And here's my reasoning for that.
Just like Chris said, you got to base it off last year. You can't go by career. Like, yeah, if you're going to say top 5 of all time of that who's active right now, then yeah.
Marco Gonzalez had a great year. Is he a top 5 pitcher in the MLB? Do half the people on the comments even know who Marco Gonzalez is? No.
He's a starting lefty for the Seattle Mariners, and the only reason why I know that
I said that an hour ago. Yeah.
No, I know. Yeah, no. Also, because I usually pick him in DraftKings because he's usually super cheap.
I wonder why he's super cheap.
No, but he usually gets good. He usually gets strikeouts. He got like 30.
And Lou's out of here.
Wow, I outlasted Lou. Look at that.
Look at that. Lou's gone.
Trevor Bauer in 2018 was 12-6 with a 2.21 ERA. So how are you going to say that he only had a good season last year?
Look at the rest of his stats, bro.
I'm looking. He had a bad 19.
Bad 18.
He had 2.2 ERA is a bad 18.
Yeah, but look at the rest of his stats, though. Look at just his ERA. He had to reinvent himself, bro. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you can't tell me that you can't tell me that every pitcher that's on that top 5 list doesn't have these type of things. Okay, Lou's back. Hey, Lou.
Hey, my internet died. Sorry about that.
You know what's still going on there,
right, in a blood vessel.
No. I was talking, and then all of a sudden, everything just went blop, and I had to reset.
What happened is the stream heard your bullshit, and they said, "All right, get this guy out of here."
That's what it was. Yeah.
I'm gonna be gone. Tell us your top 5 battery.
Yeah, so top 5.
Frankie dips out of here. Let's tell your top 5.
Okay, so top 5. Obviously, number 1 is DeGrom. 2 is Garrett Cole. 3 I have is Max Scherzer. 4 is Trevor Bauer. And listen, 5, I'm sorry.
There you go.
Walker Buehler. People forget about him. The guy
What
just
about
won.
Strasburg?
No, Strasburg, no, he's top 10. But listen, I like Buehler, and a lot of people
Strasburg give up that home
think
run.
that Kershaw is better than Buehler right now, and I don't think so. I think Buehler is better than Kershaw. I think Buehler
I think Frankie's going off of 2017. 18.
You said Yu Darvish is number 5. He's
Felix
not number 1.
Hernandez.
Darvish is, watch. When you see this season unfold.
Okay, and when Yu Darvish gets hurt, gets hurt at the end of April, Yu Darvish isn't even going to. I guarantee you that Yu Darvish gets hurt within the first month.
Can we have a bet on who has a better season?
Okay.
As far as like pitching wise, yeah.
Who's going to be thrown in the ring?
I mean, Yu Darvish against I don't know. I'll take who did I put as 5? I don't even remember. Kershaw. Yu Darvish
against Kershaw against Buehler. I bet you Buehler has a better year out of all of them.
We could definitely
we could do a bet.
We could write that down.
All right, write that down. We
could write that down.
Done. We'll figure out the bet. Maybe dinner.
And after Kershaw has the best season out of all of them, I'm gonna come back on the show, even if it's just for 2 minutes.
Why did it sound like you said?
Just to hear the both of you that I was right. What?
How come it didn't sound like you said Darvish?
Boogie, you're losing this bet. Kershaw and Buehler are having better seasons than Darvish this year. And listen, if Darvish pitches only 1 game this season and has a 2 ERA and gets hurt, it doesn't count.
What's the criteria of stats for these pitchers?
I think it should be minimum 20 games pitched.
No. I'm saying, what's the criteria? Like, what are we going by? Are we going by wins and losses, ERA, WHIP? Like, what are we going by? What is?
You just compare all of them.
Just compare it. Compare it, whoever has the best overall at the end.
Can't be wins.
Can't be wins, yeah, because wins are quality starts.
And we could get the group to decide when we have.
That's fine.
We got all the stats there, and we have the group decide.
Boogie, you know what? You said this to me last week. Make a poll and watch.
Yeah, you didn't do it. You didn't do it.
No, I know because I know I was going to be wrong. But I'm telling you, make a poll right now. Make a poll right now. Who is a better starting pitcher? Yu Darvish, Clayton Kershaw, and Walker Buehler. And I bet you Darvish is the last one.
For 2021.
Darvish definitely would.
Don't word it like who's the better pitcher.
No, who will be the better pitcher in 2021?
Right. Exactly.
No problem. I'll do it as soon as this is over. No problem. You're gonna lose.
Actually, I'll do it because I don't know how you're gonna word it. You might word it in your own favor.
Whatever.
I don't trust you.
I don't trust you. But that's fine. But yeah, no. Listen, it's gonna be a very interesting. Listen, we don't even know how many games the MLB is gonna be. They just didn't sign off on a 152 game year.
Yeah.
So
they better not delay it. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I don't think
I'm very against delaying it. I'm very against delaying it. There's no reason to.
But before we end the show, did you guys like the playoff system? They also declined the playoff system this year. Did you guys like the playoff system with the 8 games, with the 8 teams making it?
No.
I mean, my thing is this. I actually enjoyed the DH on both leagues because it helped my Mets. So I was a little selfish with that.
Oh yeah, it totally helped them.
And there goes Frankie.
Frankie died.
Frankie's out of here.
Right.
But I don't know. I think it's too much. I think it was too much. They trying to involve baseball, trying to make baseball like basketball and stuff like that. So I think we should just leave that be. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. So
right. Now listen, I don't mind the 8 teams. But I think it should be a little less. Like kind of the way football did it this year. I'd be okay with that. You have, there's 3 divisions and then you pick 4 wild card teams. Like I'm okay with like 7 teams making it. Like kind of like how they did it this year, where like maybe like the best team overall gets a bye.
Joe said Frankie died. Thank God Frankie died.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. I just think I think the overall best team should have some kind of reward for being the best team in the league.
Right.
Like one shouldn't play 8 and then 8 happens to beat 1. Like I'm not saying that's not.
But they didn't have that good of a season. Then they catch fire and they end up defeating the team.
Right, like look at the Houston Astros. Houston Astros were the 8th seed last year, and they made it to the ALCS, right? Because it was only 3 games. It was only 3 games that you had, two out of 3 games. I don't know. I think the number 1 seed should have some kind of advantage.
Right.
You know, I mean that's in my opinion. I don't know.
Yep.
But anyways, all right. So we are actually officially done for today. We hope you guys had a great day. I'm sorry Frankie died on you guys. He did say he was gonna die. But we will have episode number 18. Boogie, are we doing anything for the Super Bowl this year? What have we decided on this? Are we gonna do a post game show, maybe at least?
Something like that. We'll do something after the fact. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, maybe maybe I'll come on before the game starts just to see how everyone's hyped up, what the expectations are going to be now that we're here.
Hopefully, I'm sober enough to say anything about the Super Bowl by the time it's over.
Correct. Right. So we'll go from there. But thank you all for tuning in to episode number 17. Yep. Boogie, we're 17 episodes in, brother.
That's
17 episodes in. But until next week, guys, we'll see you guys. Check out tomorrow. Check out the Chill tomorrow. With Steven and Mitchell. Actually, it might not be Steven. It might just be Mitchell or somebody else. But we'll figure it out. Right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll see you guys tomorrow on the Chill. Make sure you guys follow us on YouTube also, guys, and on Instagram. We have lots and lots of followers and lots of things that we post on there. Right. Because if we don't say that, Biggs will fuck us up. Yep. So, but we'll see you guys next week. Episode number 18, Boogie. Always
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And
Frankie, thank you for joining us.
Even though you couldn't make it,
you couldn't make it for the whole hour.
Right, yeah, because you couldn't charge your fucking laptop battery. Appreciate it, Frankie.
What a Mariners fan.
What a Robinson Cano thing to do. But until next week, we'll see you guys, and thanks for tuning in, and have a good rest of your week.
That's right. Follow us.
Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram.
That's it.